So today's makeup tutorial is inspired by Zara Larsson. She recently collaborated with Clinique to produce 4 different makeup looks. This one is called the Vixen, and I'm so excited to share with you guys how I created it. Zara has incredibly smoky eyes for this look, so what I'm going to do is do my eyes first to stop any fallout from happening with the eyeshadow. So I'm going to be priming my eye with line smoothing concealer, and then just to set it into place, I'm going to be using the Almost Powder by Clinique and the colour 03 Fair just to set it. For the eyeshadow, I'm going to be using Morning Java by Clinique, and I'm going to take this really beautiful, soft, warm brown tone. I'm going to be using a fluffy brush to apply this, and what I'm going to do is start edging out my crease, and as you can see, I'm just consistently blending back and forth to create a really soft blended appearance to the eyeshadow. This is going to be the highest point of my smoky eye, and it's going to be the lightest part as well. To follow through with the smokiness, I'm going to take it underneath my eye along the lash line, and I'm going to use more of a fine tipped precision brush. This is just going to give a better, cleaner finish. But as you can see, I'm just taking it along my lash line and taking it upwards towards the tail of my brow, and that way I get more of a sharper effect to my eyeshadow. Using the darkest shade from the Morning Java palette, I'm going to be taking a fine tip precision brush again, and what I'm going to be doing is taking that into my eye socket again and just deepening the crease. The key thing to any smoky eye is to consistently blend things back and forth. Don't put a lot of product on your brush and expect big things to happen. It's just more blending that you have to do. So just consistently build it up. To fill in the rest of my lid, I'm going to be using Clinique's Chubby Stick eyeshadow, and this is the colour Full of Fudge. And as you can see, you can just easily, it's like a crayon on your eyelid. It is amazing, and it blends so nicely. The texture is so creamy. Now I'm just using a blending brush just to make sure that the Chubby Stick and the eyeshadow blends in nicely together. Laying down the Chubby Stick with that more creamier texture, it's a really amazing base to now apply that darker shadow from the Morning Java palette on top of it. It just seems to hold on to shadows so nicely, acts like a primer, but it also intensifies the smoky eye really nicely as well. Now for the final touch to create the smoky eye, I'm going to be using Quickliner Intense, and this is the colour Intense Ebony, and this is going to go all over my lid. And then what I'm going to do is take that fine tip precision brush again, and I'm just going to consistently blend that into the shadows that we've built up earlier on. And with whatever eyeshadow residue is left on the fluffy brush with the darker shadow from before, I'm going to take that into the crease and make sure it all blends nicely together. To highlight the inner corners of my eyes, I'm going to be using this amazingly pigmented gold, and I'm going to be using a flat panned brush to apply it. Just to make sure my eye is heavily blacked out, I'm going to be using the Pretty Easy Liquid Liner by Clinique, and I'm going to run that along my lash line. But as you can see, I don't know what happened with my editing here, but I'm using the Intense Ebony along my bottom lash line just to intensify my eye, and now I'm using my Pretty Easy Liquid Liner, a really tiny wing. To give my lashes heaps of thickness, I'm going to be using Clinique's Chubby Lash Fattening Mascara, and I'm going to do roughly 2 to 3 layers of this. And then for my false lashes, I'm going to be using XOBeauty's The Wild Ones. The primer that I've gone with today is the All Skin Types Universal Primer, and then I'm going to be using Clinique's Beyond Perfecting Foundation with built-in concealer. So I'm not even going to use a concealer today, I'm just going to be using the foundation under my eyes, just because Zara seemed to have such a full coverage. I thought it would be really cool to use this foundation and give more of a matte finish, and then just emphasize that kind of shiny look with a lot of highlighter. So if any of you guys are curious as to which brush I'm using at the moment, this is one of Shannon's new additions to her XOBeauty line. This is the double-sided foundation and concealer brush. Honestly, it is amazing. Now to do a little bit of baking under my eyes and around my chin, I'm going to be using the Invisible Blend by Clinique, and to apply it I'm going to be using a damp beauty blender. I learnt this trick off Desi and I have not turned back, you guys. Honestly, it is the best way to bake. To warm up my complexion, I'm going to be using Clinique's new City Block Bronzer. This is super new to the market. And then just to chisel out my cheekbones, I'm going to be using the same powder. To add a pinky glow to my cheeks, I'm going to be using the Berry Pop blush. To highlight my cheekbones, I'm going to be using the Morning Java palette again, and I'm using this really light shimmery powder from the palette. I'm going to be putting that on the apples of my cheeks, the bridge of my nose, and my Cupid's bow. Finally, I'm about to do my brows. I look so weird this whole time without them. I'm going to be using the Superfine brow pencil and the colour Soft Brown. To thicken my bottom lashes, I'm just going to be using the Chubby Fattening Mascara again. To finish the look, I'm going to be using the Quickliner for Lips Intense in the colour Licorice, and then Berry Pop lipstick to go on top. So there you go guys, there is my Zara Larsson inspired makeup tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed this look. Honestly, this is probably one of my favourite makeup looks. I just love how dramatic and intense it is. Definitely want to do more stuff like this again. So if you guys enjoyed it, please do give it a thumbs up. And yeah, have a great day guys, I'll see you soon. I have to do a tutorial with those, how exciting. And she sent me a whole lot of her lashes, which I love, and they're so inexpensive. They're only like $5.95 from XOBeauty.com. I'll link them down below for you guys to go have a look, but I love them. I think my favourite ones would be the wild one. So if you guys have recently watched some of my videos,